Welcome back. This video is going to be on how to repair this chin pad here. They're real common to dry and crack, and the vinyl comes off, and the foam underneath it gets chewed up. And on mine, this was actually broken, the little plastic piece that holds it in place. It was completely broken off, so I had to fix that. So let me show you what I did. So I took the vinyl off of that, took all the staples off, and it's kind of what it looks like, little plastic shell there. It's got this like a eighth inch foam scrim, I think is what they call it, but it's just a little padding that goes between this what looks to be styrofoam outer edge. I'm probably not going to take all this off because it's glued. Well, actually, you know what? Just kind of looking at this. Maybe it's not glued down very good. I may take that off. But one way or the other, I'll take it off, or I'll just cut it here and just put in a new piece of that and then recover this with vinyl. But like I said, the juju here is that thing. That's the biggest problem with this whole thing. Okay, so to address this broken piece, I ended up taking some JB Weld and putting it back together and made this little jig with a clamp. Squeezed it together, let it dry overnight, and it's pretty stiff. I'm not gonna force it because I know it'll happen. If I bend on it to test it, I'm going to end up cracking it. So what I'm going to do instead to reinforce it, this has got a little recess in it, you can see. So down in that recess, I'm going to build that back up with some pieces of plastic that I'm going to cut to fit in there, and then I'm going to take some good old 5200, and I'm going to bond that together, and that ought to take care of it. Cut these two pieces of plastic here out of the side of an old trash can. Roughly it will fit into place. Here it is after we put the plastic pieces in and coated it pretty thickly underneath with 5200. Squeezed it down in there and pressed it into all the cracks, so it's almost like it's one solid piece. But once that dries, I think that'll be in pretty good shape. The only real weak spot is this, where it joins this piece. It's a little bit of a crack there, but that's the best we can do for now. All right, after drying it, that came out really good. Pretty happy with that. It's like a pretty solid piece up there now. There's always going to be that little weak spot around the edge, but I at least tried to put a little bit of 3M on both sides of that, but I think that's going to work. So now the next thing is I got to recover this. So I've got to get a little bit of like thin 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch foam, fix that, and then recover it. All right, so this is done now. It was actually pretty easy to stretch the vinyl over this. I did glue a piece of foam. It was actually some packing foam that I had, which is a little harder and not as soft and smooth, but it did not echo through the vinyl, so that's good. That worked out great. And then of course, stretched and pulled it over the ends and doubled them over and stapled them. The only thing to keep in mind is when you pull these creases over like that, you want to try to get them all the way down below the edge so that you don't see them when they go in here. The edge is about 1/8 of an inch, is not revealed anyway. Just used marine vinyl from Joann's, very inexpensive. I went ahead and got a $40 staple gun from Amazon. This is a very good one, very sturdy, and it worked really good. Use stainless steel staples here too, or they'll rust if you don't. Not as important on that as it is on the seat, which I'm going to be doing next. I'll have a whole other video on that one. That's a pretty big job. And so, yeah, that's how you do it. Real easy to do. So stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching.